It's 1 week to Thanksgiving. I have my coffee, my iPad, my cookbooks. It's time to get ready. Today, I'm breaking it down. What are the things you need to do in order to prepare for Thanksgiving in case you're hosting? I'm breaking it down on different days, what you should do, and how to get your home, yourself, and your meal ready to go. The last few years, I have hosted Thanksgiving, but most of those have been under COVID, so our dinner was pretty limited. This year, however, both my family and my husband's family are coming in. We're gonna have a full house, and we cannot wait. We are so excited. But of course, to reduce my stress, I like to break it down to make sure I can really enjoy the time and not feel like I'm rushed all over the place. And I break it down into 4 different days. I have my planning day, my prep day, my cleaning day, and then my cooking day, of course. About a month or so before Thanksgiving, I like to make sure I've confirmed everyone that's coming. You could definitely do this via paperless post, but it's just my family. So I shoot off a family text and confirm everyone's coming. I also like to check any dietary restrictions or any of that stuff at that point. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving is usually when I'll sit down and kind of figure out what are the dishes we are gonna cook. I like to go for the classics, so I will go ahead and write down all the classics that I wanna make. And this is an opportunity to let your guests know if they want to bring something, what they should bring. I usually ask them to bring appetizers, maybe a side dish, or a drink. So today is my big planning day. For my planning day, I'll go ahead and have a seat in my dining room, definitely get my coffee, my iPad, and any cookbooks that I like. Most of my recipes I do get from Pinterest, so I'll go ahead and pin those, but some of the things I like to get from cookbooks. First things first is I will write out all my main menu. I like to go ahead and write each item that I need, as well as how long it takes to bake and what temperature. This way you can kind of plan out your ovens as well. As I'm going through that, I am making my shopping list. Gravy and stuffing are the 2 things I always buy. I never make it myself, I just don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my list, plan out my menu, and then we'll go ahead and prep also when we should cook everything. Baked mac and cheese, it's so good. I get it from Molly's on the Ranch cookbook. I have always struggled with biscuits and I just can never get them right. So this year I'm gonna go ahead and make challah dough into hollow rolls that are like pull apart rolls. And we're gonna give that a shot and hopefully that turns out really well. So I got some grapefruit just because they looked really good, some avocados, and some rosemary. I did corn on the cob because I think we're gonna just make some of that. Bananas, a big bag of potatoes, of course, and some strawberries, some cucumbers, and then I did a bag of Brussels sprouts, and then apples for my pies. I did Granny Smith, and right now they have Macintosh apples, so I'm really excited for that. They don't have that year round, so I guess around Thanksgiving is when they have it. And 2 lemons. I'm gonna make 2 pies, that's why I got so many apples. I got some vanilla ice cream, and I couldn't not get some of these hold the cones. These are so delicious, they're so small. I'm gonna have family staying for a few days, so it was perfect. Picked up the kids' yogurt. I picked up, of course, a thing of butter. I have a lot of other butter, but this one I think will be great for the table and then also for my potatoes. I got some of these sweet potato gnocchis. My son absolutely loves them, so I may make a side of that for him. He's 2, and so he's kind of picky, so we'll see. And then for my mac and cheese, I got these 2 cheeses, and then I bought some macaroni. I'll probably only use 1 bag, but my kids love it. And then for stuffing, I don't want to make my own stuffing, so I just brought this. I think I just need to add water and butter and bake it. I wanted to make sure I have drinks, so I have plenty of red wine, but I just figured I'd buy one more white wine and some sparkling apple cider. Of course, I'm gonna make some kind of charcuterie, so I picked up some more salami, some olives, this olive and herb nut mix. We'll see what that's like. I have a lot of the crackers and things already, so I just kind of mix with it. This PB&J snack is for my kids, not related to Thanksgiving. One of my favorite things to get from Trader Joe's is fresh flowers, and I like to make my own arrangements, so I got a handful of different flowers. I always like to get some fresh flowers, so I usually do a main one in the kitchen and then smaller arrangements in my bathrooms. I think it just looks really nice. My planning day is also when I look and make sure I have the house fully stocked up. Setting the table in advance just allows you to get one less thing off your mind, so I definitely set that up, and I like to keep mine pretty neutral. I did get these super cute place settings from Target that I was really excited about, and then of course I gotta make the kids feel just as welcome, so I threw their plates together. I did get a bunch of coloring books from them just to keep them busy during Thanksgiving, and I'm basically gonna make a packet for each kid. I just threw it in these little folders, some crayons, and then some dry erase markers in case they want to do it on top. The other thing I like to do is look at all my serving things. I want to make sure that I know exactly what's going in which container and determine if I need to buy more of anything. So I'll start out by laying everything out, and then I will write down all the items that I plan to cook on little sticky notes, and then just kind of play Tetris. And here's how my table turned out. Like I said, I like to keep it pretty neutral, but I think it came out super beautiful. And by figuring out which dishes I'm serving where, I can also position them on the table and see how I want that to look as well. And then of course, I gave the kids their little packet. It's just hidden in their chair, and I think they're gonna really enjoy that and help them kind of stay with us longer at Thanksgiving. If I'm having guests over, I'll make sure my guest room is ready to go. I'll stock that up. About 4 days before, I like to clean. I highly recommend hiring a cleaning crew if you can, and just have them clean your whole house. It really makes a big difference, especially when you're hosting. We've planned and we've cleaned, now it's really the prep time. Most of my prep I do the day before, kind of Wednesday. You could definitely do some of it on Tuesday. The main thing I'll do on Tuesday is go ahead and make my pie dough. I like to make a homemade pie, and so I'll make my pie dough on Tuesday. I have a fantastic video all around that. And then on Wednesday is when I'm prepping. I'm gonna go ahead and chop any vegetables that I can. I'm gonna peel the potatoes and stick them in water and stick them in the fridge. I'm gonna go ahead and make my mac and cheese. Because I am baking it, I can go ahead and make it and then put it in my dish and then stick it in the fridge and then bake it the next day. And then it's turkey day. One of my main things is I wake up, I kind of take a few minutes for myself. If you can go ahead and work out or take a little walk, really take a moment in the morning to enjoy, because you have planned, you have prepped, and you have cleaned. Now it's just the cooking, and hopefully it goes smooth as butter. After we go ahead and relax a little bit, walk outside, spend some time with the kids, we are gonna go ahead and get started. And since I've already blocked out my day, I know exactly what I'm making at which time, which is perfect. I'll put on a nice Thanksgiving playlist and get started. And with that, that's how I am preparing for Thanksgiving. Leave a comment down below of how you plan to spend your Thanksgiving. I'm so incredibly grateful for all of you and the support you've given me every single time you tune in. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It really means the world to me, and I'll see you at my next one. Bye.